Welcome back to the Hannahcast YouTube channel, and today it is time for the Producers Guild of America Awards. This is going to be pretty much the last major precursor up until the Oscars. We're going to be mainly focusing on the three film categories: Best Producer for Motion Pictures, Best Producer for Animated Motion Pictures, and Best Producer for Documentary Features. Basically, it's Best Picture, Best Animated Feature, and Best Documentary. I'm expecting Oppenheimer to take Best Picture, Spider-Verse to take Animated Feature, and 20 Days of Mariupol to take Documentary Feature. But before I continue, I do want to let you guys know that channel memberships are open, and not only that, there's a new perk. I've just opened up my Hannahcast Discord server, and there's a secret members-only Discord server where we can plan things, not only live streams and stuff, but also figuring out what videos I should do for members, and a bunch of other things as well. Consider becoming a YouTube member. It's only $3.99, but even then, your first month, if you're a premium member on YouTube, it's free for the first month. So therefore, you get a free membership, and I still get money from that. So yeah, guys, consider becoming a member. It would mean a lot to me. Let's see. Oh shit! American Symphony won Outstanding Documentary? Wow, okay, so I got that wrong. American Symphony is not nominated for the Oscars, so it's like, this is like literally nothing. It's just going to be 20 Days of Mariupol. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. All right, it has won the Producers Guild Award for Animated Feature. All right, so this is definitely a race between Spider-Verse and Boy and the Heron. I'm still struggling with who wins, because Boy and the Heron does have the Golden Globe and BAFTA. That's pretty big. But Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse has Critics' Choice, Annie, and the PGA, but how much do we want to rely on that? I mean, it seems like just generally, people aren't really as excited about Spider-Verse. People either think it's like one of the best movies of the year, or it's not as good as the first one. So I don't really know what to say about the animated feature category. It's just absolute chaos right now. All right, let's see if the top prize has been announced. Oppenheimer, let's go! Yes! It is unchallenged! Nothing is beating Oppenheimer this year at the Oscars. Absolutely nothing is beating it. There is no, it's won everything it could possibly need to win. Oppenheimer has won the Golden Globe, it has won Critics' Choice, it won BAFTA, SAG Ensemble, and now Producers Guild, it won Directors Guild. I mean, what more can we say about Oppenheimer as a contender? What more can we say about it? It is the biggest lock of a Best Picture winner since Argo, and even then, Argo was not winning the Best Director Oscar. So, you'd probably have to go all the way back to, Slumdog Millionaire to find a film that swept this hard with absolutely no challenge whatsoever. Good God, even Everything Everywhere All at Once, it took time for Everything Everywhere to get to this point. It did not win the Golden Globe Best Picture, Musical or Comedy. It did not win hell, at the BAFTAs, it literally only won editing. But, everyone has just come to embrace Oppenheimer as the best movie of the year. This year is going to be really good for me because, I'm not gonna lie, I haven't really been crazy over the Best Picture winners over the past few years. I mean, don't get me wrong, Coda, I thought Coda was pretty great, but even then, Coda did not make my top 10 of the year. And then you had Nomadland and Everything Everywhere All at Once. I didn't think those were very good. I did think Parasite was great. All right, that was in my top 5 movies of the year that year. But the last time a film won Best Picture that was my number 1 film of the year was Moonlight. And even then, with Moonlight, it took a while for that to happen. Now, granted, my number 2 movie of the year was La La Land, so I can't really complain over that. Oppenheimer, it's not even a Moonlight. It is really, what is number 2? The most I can maybe think of in terms of a number 2 would maybe be American Fiction. But again, it's not winning any acting awards, so it's like still all the way down there. Poor Things is absolutely not winning screenplay. So it's like, really, what is number two? There is no number two at this point. Oppenheimer is just unchallenged. Like, it's just taking 8 Oscars, and good God, who knows how much the Oscars will actually love Oppenheimer? I mean, good God, what if, like, they decide to give it production design, or they give it makeup, or some crazy, crazy things like that? But at bare minimum, Oppenheimer is winning 8 Oscars, and Best Picture is going to be one of them. It's just insane. We've never seen a Best Picture winner like this before, where it's just like, these kind of like big epic biopics, they don't win Best Picture anymore. These kind of big spectacles, even though in the weird grand scheme of things, it's not too much of a spectacle. But it's like, these movies don't really get made like this anymore, and especially don't win like Best Picture this easily in a handbasket. But I guess it just kind of shows, even though it's not a feel-good movie, my hypothesis in that even though the film doesn't make you feel good, it is still a very, very, like, engaging film, and that people are excited about this film. Like, even though it makes you feel bad, people want to feel bad watching this movie. It connects with them emotionally and speaks to their true fears about the world that we're heading into, with the war in Ukraine, the war in the Middle East. It's like, and this growing, ever-looming threat of nuclear warfare, all helmed by one of the most influential directors of this modern age. I mean, no one in this industry has more power than Christopher Nolan. Like, more than any actor. Like, more people will go to see a Christopher Nolan film. Really think about that. This was a biopic, an R-rated biopic about the guy who invented the atomic bomb, and yet it made nearly $1 billion at the box office. Like, that does not happen anymore. Christopher Nolan's movies are just very, very accessible. And the fact that he's finally getting his due, along with his wife Emma Thomas, they're finally getting their due this year, and I cannot be happier. And again, it's rare. Like, it almost never happens when my favorite movie of the year wins Best Picture. And we're about to see that happen in 2 weeks. And I'm so excited about that. We still don't know what is happening with animated feature. I mean, I'm going to be wrestling with this for a while, because Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, it just won PGA, and it won Critics' Choice, and it won 7 Annie Awards. But The Boy and the Heron also won the Golden Globe and the BAFTA for animated feature. Those two are very, very significant, together at least. So we still don't know what's going on there. But now I want to pass the question off to you. What do you think of the Producers Guild Award nominations? What do you think is winning Best Animated Feature? How excited are you that Oppenheimer is taking Best Picture in an unchallenged sweep that we have not seen the likes of which in forever? Let me know in the comments below what you think, and consider hitting the subscribe button, because if you don't, Oppenheimer won't win Best Picture.